Mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I loud? Am I clear? Is anybody out there? Am I lost in space? Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to be live in just 9 minutes and 30 seconds covering the breaking gold and silver news. We're going to watch the COMEX open for the day trading session. We're going to watch the Shanghai Futures Exchange open. We're going to watch the stock market open. What black swans are going to happen today? Will silver fight back or will it keep getting smashed? Are we going to be victorious or will we be wailing in the streets? We're going to find out here in just 9 minutes and 10 seconds. Please smash the like button, grab a beverage, and get ready to have some fun. Who's with me? No soup for John. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to be live in just 8 minutes covering the breaking gold and silver news, answering your questions, helping you read the tea leaves. We're going to watch Shanghai open, COMEX open, stock market open. We're going to have a fun time here. Who's ready? Smash that like button, only 24 away from 100. Let's go! When I was stacking at $13 an ounce and I made my YouTube channel, people laughed at me. They said I was dumb. They said I should invest in the stock market. They said I was an idiot. Silver would never pass 20 again. Then 30, 40, 50, 60. Then we went up to 120 and the evil bankers played their nasty game and smashed us to the 60s. They told me it was through. They said it was just like 1980 and 2011. But I kept stacking because I knew the fundamentals were different. I know the demand's only going to increase for silver and the production's going down. The most reflective, the most conductive, some of the best thermodynamic properties, antibacterial. While the haters told me I'm done, I kept stacking. While the trolls called me a crab, I kept stacking. And thus, the Crustacean Nation was born. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be live in just 6 minutes and 10 seconds. Who's stacking? Who's unshaken? Who has intestinal fortitude? Let's go, let's go! All right, I just put the post out on X for this live stream. If you could go retweet that, I would appreciate it, or repost it. There we go. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to be live. Five minutes and 10 seconds. This song is called Chasing That Mill, M-I-L-L, but I feel like it's kind of like that Yanni Laurel thing. You remember that a few years back? Do you hear mill, milf, or milk? Be honest with me. Honest! Digging treasure, riches untold. International stacker, here to say, shiny
mill. Coins and bars, rare to find. Treasure hunting, one of a kind. Join the crew, let's explore. Stack up wealth and so much more.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to be live in just 4 minutes and 10 seconds, breaking down the gold and silver news. We're going to watch the markets open. We're going to read the tea leaves. We're chasing that mill, M-I-L-L! Smash that like button if you're ready. We're going to be live in 4 minutes.
Clues, giveaways tonight. Silver dream shining bright. Roll the dice, take a chance. Treasure calls, we're in a dance. Silver shines, gold's the glow. Stack it high, watch it grow. Giveaways for all, feel the thrill. International, stacking that mill. So hit that flow, join the quest. Riches await, you're the best. International stacker, stacking strong. Silver, gold, where you belong.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are just 3 minutes and 10 seconds away from being live. Who's ready for this live stream? I got tons of news. We're going to have a great stream this morning, but the real question is, will John get his soup?
So hit that sub, join the quest. Riches await, you're the best. International stacker, stacking strong. Silver, gold, where you belong.
Break it down now.
Chasing that mill. Chasing that mill. Crabs are grooving side to side. Ocean waves where dreams collide. Claws are up, the beat we chase. Treasure gleaming, golden space. Get your claws up, don't delay.
Who's ready?
Join the party night and day.
Get your claws up.
Silver is the key. Crustacean nation, dance with me.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be live in 1 minute and 45 seconds. Let's get a crab dance going. If you're ready for the stream, drop a crab in chat right now. Come on, bot. Tell us it's a crab dance.
Are you ready for the mega god?
Man, who's ready for the mega guy?
The crew, the shell brigade. Treasures found, the music's played. Get your claws up, don't be late. Yeah, join the party night and day.
Let's go.
Silver is the key.
Yes.
Crustacean, dance with me.
Let's get it. 1 minute warning.
Rhythms in the sand, shiny spoils laid by hand. We're the crew, the shell brigade. Treasures found, the music's played.
Let's go. Thank you, Amina. Thank you. Look at that cat DJ. Yes. Let's go. Who's doing the mashed potato? 30-second warning here. Let's get it. Look at that crab man dance. Let's go. Let's go. I think I'm going to do a crab migration this morning. I think I'm going to do the great crab migration. Here we go. Here we go. Crab
Each
migration.
year, the Stacker Crab makes a pilgrimage to the International Stacker YouTube channel. Here we have a typical Stacker Crab. While typical crabs will eat shells and food of such, these crabs only feast on silver.
International
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? The name's International Stacker, coming to you live from Key West, Florida, where I'm closer to Cuba than a Walmart. And boy, oh boy, am I vibing this morning. Who's ready for an amazing live stream? We're going to cover silver and gold news. We're going to answer your questions. We're going to watch the markets. We're going to fill some gaps. And ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to believe it. We are literally just 30 subscribers away from the next big show at 68,600 subscribers. Thank you so much. 2,200 videos around the world on gold and silver adventures. I mean, literally around the world. It was not that long ago we were in Egypt and you all made me get on a camel.
Camel, guys. Camel cam, guys. That's just some here.
Your name Daisy.
Daisy the camel, guys. There you go. Oh, wow. Look at the 3 pyramids, guys.
Now, that was an epic and a journey, and we are on an epic journey this morning. So let me give you a recap of what happened overnight with gold and silver and the absolute battle we are fighting right now against the big bankers. And ladies and gentlemen, we're only 40 likes away from 200, so please keep smashing that like button. Here's what happened overnight. Okay, let me make sure. Yeah, so overnight we hit a high of $78.69 on silver. We hit a low of 74.24, it's looking like. And ladies and gentlemen, we are on what looks to be a possible disorganized DTB, heading back up on a green candle, 75.60, and we are just 2 minutes and 10 seconds away from the trading session taking off here in the United States, out of New York, out of Chicago, and we're going to see what happens. But ladies and gentlemen, something happened overnight that we desperately wanted, although we weren't going to enjoy it. We had this gap right here, this Gappy McGapperson, and I'm happy to announce, ladies and gentlemen, this gap has been filled. So we filled that gap, and we are pushing higher here. We're going to see what happens. This is a pretty interesting setup here. Some would call this the stairway to heaven as we push higher on green candles, $75.58. Let's check out where the futures is at. 78.83, guys. So we are close. We are in contango, but it could be in backwardation here any moment. So we're going to keep watching and see how that unfolds. And there's major breaking news this morning that I'm going to be covering that's going to help us try to read the tea leaves of what's going to happen overnight. Now, gold is a similar story overnight. It hit a high of 4,754.59. It hit a low here of about 4,684. Now, I've got some good news and I've got some bad news. The good news is we almost filled the gap. The bad news is we didn't fill the gap. We filled about half the gap. So now the gap is still living there, 4,677.91 to 46.84. But we are pushing higher on a green candle, 4,719. Gold says, I don't have to fill that whole gap. I'm only going to fill part of that. What you think about that? Literally, this is gold right now. This is gold right now. I ain't filling that gap, banker. I ain't filling that gap. All right, we'll see what happens with gold, but right now it's pushing up on a BGC, a big green candle, of $4,719, ladies and gentlemen. And the gold to silver ratio did spike overnight. We have this little shark fin formation here. Hit a high, believe it or not, of 63.11 ounces of silver to every ounce of gold. It has dropped back down to 62.41 ounces of silver for every ounce of gold. Now remember, when we have volatility, silver tends to move more violently than gold. So silver since last night is down 0.28%, but gold's only down 0.4%. So just remember, we're going to see more volatility. And when you see that reflected here in the gold to silver ratio. We'll probably be back down here to 60 in no time, would be my guess. Not a financial advisor, just some dude on the internet with crabs. And last night, the Shanghai Futures Exchange got a little smacky McSmackerson. It looks like the JP Morgan Chase desk that allegedly moved to Singapore some months ago, and we covered that here on this channel ad nauseum, might have been up to their old tricks. So we hit a high last night in Shanghai of 89.30. We hit a low of 85.80, ladies and gentlemen, and we're sitting right around 86.38 when it closed. This chart, this Shanghai Futures Exchange is going to be opening in less than an hour, so we will be here for that to see what happens with the Shanghai Futures Exchange. And at that point, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask you if you're team green. I'm going to ask you if you're team red. So think about it, ponder it. But let's look here. So we closed at 86.38, and currently the spot price is 75. So we're at about $11 premium east to west right now, and it looks like it's going to continue to close. And Alpha Crab in chat says, Jonathan, we will get you soup. Wait, did Jonathan get soup yet? Jonathan, did you get soup? Let us know. Okay, so what I'm going to do real quick is, look at Japan is solving money problems by doing the crypto thing. Going to be bad for everyone, says Christian Love. Yeah, probably. And, oh my gosh, here we go. Jeff Stout with the 5 memberships. Here we go. Thank you so much, Jeff Stout, and congratulations. Those memberships went to Stormy Wind. Awesome. It went to Rex Tub. It went to Sovereign Warrior. It went to Tony Two-Tone, and it went to Gibran. Congratulations. Check out your new custom channel member emojis, and make sure to say thank you to Jeff Stout. And Jonathan, no soup for John.
Sir, I want some more.
No soup for John.
Here's the soup.
We try. No soup for John.
Good soup.
No soup for John.
No soup for you.
No soup for John. It's all
Oh my goodness, and Oli Stacker just donated 5 International Stacker memberships. Thank you so much. And those went to Skylex, that went to Adjust Your Focus, it went to Eric, it went to Richard Stevens, and it went to Terry. Make sure you say thank you to Oli Stacker. Check out your new custom channel member emojis. And all channel members, I'll see you on the channel member only live stream here on YouTube called The War Room. What happens in the War Room stays in the War Room. Clothing is not optional. The next one will be tomorrow evening. And no soup for John.
Sir, I want some more.
no soup for John.
Here's the soup.
We try. No soup for John.
Good soup.
No soup for John.
No soup for you.
No soup for John. It's all
And Alpha Crab just donated a membership, and that went to Zebra Pleco World. Make sure you say thank you to Alpha Crab. And unfortunately, John, no soup for you this morning. Woo! No soup for John. Okay, I'm going to cover the breaking gold and silver news here. So if you got questions, just hold them for a little bit, and then I'll be able to address them in chat. I'm not going to be able to see your questions while I'm doing this, but thank you so much for all those super chats. Jonathan, I believe one of these days you're going to get soup, but that day, well, at least not at this moment. We'll see what happens on the stream, John, but right now, no soup for you. Okay. So I'm going to cut this part out and post it later as a standalone video. So good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The name's International Stacker, coming to you live from Key West, Florida, where I'm closer to Cuba than a Walmart. This is the breaking gold and silver news of the day, and I am live right now while filming this video on YouTube. I'm live every morning and every evening. Come join us and thousands of crustaceans as we share our love for gold and silver. And the first piece of news here today, ladies and gentlemen, from First Squawk, International Energy Agency, we are facing the biggest threat to energy security in history, and that is so true, ladies and gentlemen. Why is that? Something we've spoken about ad nauseum here. The Strait of Hormuz. Remember, 20 to 25% of the world's oil normally would pass through here a day. 25 to 30% of the world's liquid natural gas, 30% of the world's helium, a lot of aluminum or aluminium, as our viewers across the pond would call it, stuff, fertilizer. Guys, there's major shortages, major things happening, and we've been talking about this channel, on this channel since the beginning, about watching for second, third, and fourth order effects, and we're about to see a million of them here this morning in the breaking news. Now look at this. This is from Mario, and we did cover this the other day, but yesterday, the U.S. Treasury just bought back $15 billion of its debt in a single day, the largest buyback on history. Technically, it is the largest, but there is $15 billion like a week ago. So this is the second time we've hit $15 billion buyback in just a couple weeks. And ladies and gentlemen, many think it's going to continue to escalate as the dollar value is draining. Literally, the hidden tax of inflation, the scourge that affects us all. Here's what this means in plain English. The government is essentially buying back loans it took out years ago before they're due. It sounds responsible, but the reason they do it matters. When the Treasury buys back old debt, it pumps cash into the financial system. Banks and investors who held that debt suddenly have money to reinvest. It's a way of injecting liquidity without calling it what it is: quantitative easing. The timing is worth noting, ladies and gentlemen. Markets have been volatile, confidence in U.S. debt has been shaky, and foreign buyers have been quietly stepping back from the U.S. Treasuries. A record buyback right now is either very good housekeeping or a sign they needed to do something fast. And again, they just did $15 billion like a week or two ago. And this is a great post by Bald Money Guy. He's a great creator, guys. He's out of Poland. Check it out. Most people are chasing get-rich-quick jackpot while their $1 or $2 million they will earn over a lifetime slip through their fingers. Save in gold and silver. Don't let the paper slip through your fingers, ladies and gentlemen. And crustaceans, we are very good at that. We're very good at grabbing the treasure into our nest and holding. And I did want to say a big thank you to all the channel members on the stream right now. Everybody watching, a big thank you to all the Diamond Claw level channel members on the stream. I really appreciate everybody. I appreciate all the subscribers. It's viewers like you that help me do what I do. And the question right now to everybody in chat, who has Diamond Claws? Who's got them?
Diamond Claws.
And here's the next piece of news here. Okay, that's this. Okay, here we go. This is a big one. Malawi sells gold reserves. Malawi sells gold reserves to buy fuel amid severe shortage. The Southern African nation has sold a portion of its gold reserves, raising $30 million to pay for gasoline imports to avert a worsening fuel crisis. Malawi is also seeking a $120 million loan from the African Export-Import Bank to secure more fuel. This is another example of a country being forced to liquidate physical gold reserves just to keep the lights on and vehicles running. Remember when we talked about this, ladies and gentlemen, the second, third, and fourth order effects of the Strait of Hormuz closure? Crustacean Nation, when nations start selling gold to buy fuel, it's a stark reminder of why owning your physical gold and silver outside the banking system is so important. And look at this, guys. Look at this. Someone saying something. Okay. Sorry, I got distracted by chat. Look at this. I just lost my train of thought. Crustacean Nation. Oh, yeah. I was going to say this. Look at this. They had the gold, or at least in this situation, the physical gold in an emergency. And that's the great thing about stacking physical gold and silver. Although we hate to sell it, especially being crustaceans, if we have to sell it, if we have an emergency, it's there. And that's what we love so much about gold and silver, having that safety net. Here's the next piece of news here. Gold's awesome oscillator just delivered its worst nuke ever from February to March, worse than 1980 and 2011 tops. From February to March, the AO hit extreme negative territory, one of the deepest readings in modern history. Now it has returned to neutral. Many technicians view this as a powerful setup, suggesting the next leg higher could be approaching. If you diamond-handed or clawed through that brutal dip, you're a legend. Crustacean Nation, technical signals like this don't happen often. When they do, you hold physical through the fear, you're positioning yourself for the real move. So this is Dr. Potassium, who said, fun fact, gold has never gotten nuked as hard on the daily awesome oscillator as it did in February and March, ever before. Not even after the 1980 and 2011 top. So here it is here. The awesome oscillator, we went bleep, we went bloop, and now we're here. Choop, we're right there. So we're going to watch that over the next couple weeks and months here. Another piece of news here. Wyoming is quietly stacking physical gold. Ladies and gentlemen, the states have stacked so far 2,312 ounces and counting. While most states keep their reserves in dollars and bonds, Wyoming has started buying and storing physical gold in an old newspaper building turned secure vault. The state is storing its physical gold in a secure vault in Casper, Wyoming, operated by the Wyoming Reserve, which is closely affiliated with Scottsdale Mint. This is their CEO here, I tagged in there. This is part of a growing movement of states moving toward holding real, tangible assets instead of just paper promises. Crustacean Nation, when even U.S. states start stacking physical gold for their reserves, it's another loud signal that smart money is preparing for currency risk and systemic uncertainty. Okay, next piece of news here. Silver to $180? Okay, silver to 180. Analyst drops explosive new forecast. A well-known macro strategist and contrarian, David Hunter, is going extremely bullish on silver, calling for a massive breakout and potentially $180 this cycle. He says the technical setup is one of the strongest he's ever seen, while fundamentals, structural deficits, industrial demand explosion, and east-west divergence keep getting stronger. Now, with any analyst, I like to look up their track record. So here it is. He called the 1987 stock market crash. He turned bullish on gold near the bottom in 2015. He called the major gold top in 2011-2012. Strongly bullish on silver throughout 2025 and correctly caught the breakout. Sometimes he's been early or overly aggressive on timing. I focus mostly on physical, but what's good for physical is normally good for mining stocks as well. The silver thesis is very strong. Crustacean Nation, happen when a seasoned analyst starts throwing out triple-digit silver targets while the physical market keeps tightening. It makes you pay attention. But what do you guys think? Is that too bullish? Or is he on to something? Put too bullish in the chat or comments if you think he's too bullish, or on to something if you think he's on to something. And look at this. Silver's performance here. Silver's performance during a crisis is even more explosive than gold. While gold is the classic safe haven, silver often delivers much bigger moves. Often the dust settles. Once the dust settles. During the global financial crisis, silver surged over 400% from the bottom. In the 2020 COVID crash, silver skyrocketed 12 to 30 in just a few months. That is about 150% there. And in past inflationary periods and supply squeezes, silver has routinely outperformed gold by 2 to 5x. Silver has unique dual nature, monetary safe haven demand, plus massive industrial demand. This gives silver serious leverage in both directions. We're now in the 6-year structural deficit, ladies and gentlemen, and we hit peak mining in 2016. When the next real crisis hits, gold protects, but silver has the potential, in my opinion, for life-changing gains. Not a financial advisor, just some dude on the internet with crabs, but I believe we're truly in a once-in-a-lifetime generational opportunity. And here it is. Gold's performance during a crisis is insane. Look at the data table below. Gold averages during crisis is 11.5%, while stocks and commodities usually crater. Shout out to Soren Thick for sharing this post. And look at this. This is during crisis, so this has Black Monday. And look, gold averages 11.5%. There's only been one crisis it went down, and that was .com bubble. S&P 500, all negative. Commodities, not a pretty story. Negative 6.6, negative 22 here, 11.5. So yet another piece of data on gold and silver. And I want to cover this, and then we're going to go to the danger zone, the charts for questions in the danger zone. Breaking, Kuwait declares force majeure on 2.8 million barrels a day of oil. That's 3% of global supply. Due to the ongoing Strait of Hormuz blockade and disruptions, Kuwait Petroleum has officially declared force majeure on its crude and refined product shipments, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of the biggest supply shocks yet from the current crisis. Remember when they said force majeure? Oh yeah, do you guys remember when they were trolling me? They're like, why do you talk about force majeure? It's never gonna happen. Yet another force majeure. Yet another example. Is silver next, ladies and gentlemen? When a major OPEC producer can't deliver 3% of global oil because of Hormuz issues, it shows how fragile energy markets are right now and why physical gold and silver remain critical safe haven assets, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we'll come back here to the news in a little bit and cover more. But ladies and gentlemen, we are at 1 minute from the danger zone. I am right now officially issuing a danger zone alert. Channel members, you know what emoji to drop in chat right now for the danger zone. And ladies and gentlemen, the danger zone is every morning from 8:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's traditionally when the big bankers attack us. They try to beat us down. So it doesn't mean we're always going to get attacked, but we'll see. And ladies and gentlemen, Paul Hackett just joined Diamond Claws. Thank you so much, Paul Hackett. You're going to be added to this list. Thank you to all the Diamond Claw level members. Thank you to all the members. Thank you to all the subscribers right now on the live stream. It's viewers like you that help me do what I do. Who in chat right now has Diamond Claws? Who's got them?
Diamond Claws.
And it's been brought to my attention that I missed something earlier. I did miss it. When Alpha Crab gifted a membership, there was no soup for John.
Sir, I want some more.
No soup for John.
Here's the soup.
We tried. No soup for John.
Good soup.
No soup for John.
No soup for you.
No soup for John. It's all
Aha.
And here we are, the first candle of the danger zone, and it started out red, ladies and gentlemen. But there's something we do on this channel that works 90% of the time, every time some scientists say, to turn a red candle green or a green candle into a BGC. Ladies and gentlemen, you taught it to me in Boca Raton, Florida, roughly translated as the rat's mouth, the baby gator.
Try to do the baby gator noise. Here we go. How do you do the baby gator noise? I don't know. Whoa, whoa! What was that? It was a giant lizard just jumped. That thing was massive. I thought I actually summoned an alligator for a second there.
I thought it was going to be like Chubbs from Happy Gilmore with a nub. I thought Mrs. IS was going to have to oil it before I went live every time so it wouldn't look gross and flaky. But Luckily, I got out of there with my digits. It was actually a giant iguana that gave me a heart attack trying to do the baby gator call. But I got out of there alive. And ladies and gentlemen, we're here watching this candle. And Constant Stream says, no suit for John? Is he naked in the war room? No, it's no soup. And there we go. Roadkill just gifted an International Stacker membership, and that went to Troy Walker. Congratulations, Troy. Make sure you say thank you to Roadkill. And ladies and gentlemen, no soup for John.
Sir, I want some more.
No soup for John.
Taste the soup.
We tried. No soup for John.
Good soup.
No soup for John.
No soup for you.
No soup for John. It's all
Aha.
And guys, if you're having fun on the stream, please smash the like button. We are only 50 likes away from 300. I know we can do that. And look it, this was a red candle. We did the baby gator, and now it's green.
It's science.
It's science! It's science, ladies and gentlemen. And I do have a major announcement. I do have No Soup for John t-shirts coming soon. No Soup for John t-shirts coming through soon. They will be on my my merchandise site. If you do exclamation point gear, you can check out everything. You can also sip Mrs. International Stacker coffee with me in the morning. And what are you saying, IS? I thought Mrs. International Stacker wasn't released yet. Well, I've got an announcement, ladies and gentlemen. Let me pull up the picture here. Hold up. Let me pull up the picture. Now, if you remember, I never planned to get in the coffee business, but I'm always sipping on Mrs. International Stacker coffee, and it's delicious. You guys wanted to try it. So I actually had a buddy that was able to replicate her top secret ingredients and her top secret blend. And we did a limited release. I only did 50 of these. And the 50 people who bought these actually got golden tickets for the last Megagoss. So that was that. And then since then, you have been yelling at me for more. So ladies and gentlemen, we've gone professional. Here is the new design. It is coming next week. How sick is that, guys? This is coming next week. Look at that. Brewed from Mrs. IS's secret blend, passed down through crustacean or generations of crustaceans. That is coming next week. We're doing it legit. Mrs. IS coffee. You guys could all sip with me in style in the mornings. And Will's been stacking, has been a member for over 3 months. Thank you so much. Says, thought this is how to gift, but won't give an option. Says Will's been stacking. I'm not sure how to do it, Will is. I can't see it on my side. But if you click the dollar or the plus, it allows you to gift memberships. I'm not exactly sure if someone can help him. And ladies and gentlemen, look at this. We're in the danger zone, but we are pushing higher. Silver just pushed to a high of 76.72 on a green candle. Looks like the baby gator is actually working. Gold is pushing higher as well, 4,731.43. We're going to watch it for a little bit longer here, and I'm answering your questions in chat. So if you guys got questions, put them in chat. Oxby saying BGC. Werner saying, if John does not get soup in a week, should we make a custom silver bar? No soup for John. Maybe we should. Let's see if we get there. Do you guys roast your own coffee beans, Victor? We don't in the house. That's being done there by the facility. So it's mass production, but still the highest quality. So it's going to be all handled there. It's all, what is the word? Insured, bonded. It's a legit company. They've done coffee for many, many years. A buddy of mine owns it. So that's what sparked this crazy idea for Mrs. IS Coffee. So it is coming soon for mass release. Crabs had forced manure and it landed on Mortimer. How dare you, crustaceans?
How dare you?
That was Future Motive there. He likes to talk about manure. Rick Harrison says, dips and deals, stack when, and however you can. Do it, says Rick Harrison. And Argent Appeal says, how is the morning going? The morning's going great, guys. We filled some gaps. We did the Gap song. We've covered No Soup for John. I think the only way this morning could go better is if I had a breakfast hot pocket. That could be the only way it could be better. Things are going good. Long-time watcher and thinking about membership. I'm intrigued by the clothing optional, says Papa. Papa, clothing is required. Clothing is not optional. You must come in the war room fully clothed, and someone left some sandals in there last week. I'm telling you. Okay, Brian here saying, what's this day 3 of no soup? Poor kid is going into starvation. If he pulls through, he's a true crab, says Brian. John, how are you doing in chat? How are you doing with no soup for 3 days now? Okay, Argent Appeal says, great to hear. Ladies and gentlemen, we're pushing here. We are on our second candle. No. Yeah, second candle of the danger zone. It starts to crack red, but something tells me there's some residuals of the baby gator still in the atmosphere around here.
It's science.
As we watch. Did you find my G-string yet? Come on, Oxby. Poor John is skin over bone, says Dutch Murphy. Okay, I'm going to cover a few more pieces of news here. If you got questions, put them in chat. Here we go. China continues to vacuum up silver at an alarming rate, ladies and gentlemen. The Shanghai Futures Exchange inventories continue to grind higher, reaching 109 tons. Now remember, this was dropping for a while with silver, but over the last couple weeks, they have been adding a ton of silver. Where are they getting that from? Is the silver coming from the Shanghai Futures Exchange? Are they raiding and looting our refineries here? Where is it coming from, ladies and gentlemen? What do you think? And let's go back here. Jeff Stout, wow. Jeff Stout just gifted 5 international stacker memberships, and those went to Rick Vargas, it went to Laylas Mami, it went to Black Dog, and it went to Gary CBRND, and Steve. Congratulations, you just got free international stacker memberships. Make sure you say thank you to Jeff Stout, and check out your new custom channel member emojis. And the next time I do a War Room channel member only live stream, you are invited. What happens in the War Room stays in the War Room. Clothing is not optional. And I'm sorry, no soup for John.
Sir, I want some more.
No soup for John.
Here's the soup.
We try. No soup for John.
Good soup.
No soup for John.
No soup for you.
No soup for John. It's all
Poor John. And guys, we're having a fun time this morning. We're at 303 likes. Let's keep smashing it. We're only 47 likes from 350. And some say at 350, the Goblin may pay a visit.
Mega!
Yes. Okay, let's keep going on the news here. Okay, this is a bit of a somber piece of news here, but here we go. Breaking, this happened yesterday afternoon. Tragic accident at West Virginia silver recovery plant. A chemical leak at a catalyst refiner, a silver recovery and refining facility and institute in West Virginia, has killed 2 people and sent 19 others to the hospital. The incident happened as workers were preparing to shut down part of the plant involving a reaction with nitric acid. This is a sombering reminder of real-world risks and dangers involved in precious metal supply chains, from mining to refining. Crustacean Nation, events like this highlight how fragile and complex the physical silver supply chain really is. Our thoughts and prayers are with the victims and their families. Guys, stay safe out there. I know some of you refine at home and do things. Chemicals are no joke. If you're messing with chemicals, research them online. You can even put the chemical name and put emergency response guidebook in Google, and make sure you're using the proper protection and taking the proper precautions, because when you've got poisonous gas, and that's what happened here, it wasn't an explosion, it wasn't a fire, it was poisonous gas. So please, please, please be safe out there. Hyperfixation says, I fear if John ever gets his soup, it will cause some sort of multiverse moment. It could. It very well could. And are you still stacking? Charles is. Look what Charles Gage added. 4 ounces. Some pretty cool rounds here. Look at that. Beautiful stuff. And I wanted to highlight this one more time, guys. This is such a big deal, and not a lot of people are talking about this. I want you to know about this so you're empowered. You can be the smartest person in the room. The sulfuric acid crisis is already here, and it's about to impact silver too. Excellent thread on the cascading effects from the Strait of Hormuz enclosure. This has a long thread that talks all about it. What are the main points? China's 35 to 40% of global production is slamming the door on exports starting May 1, 2026. So remember, they restricted silver on Jan 1, 2026 to only 44 companies. This is May 1. They're completely restricting it for export. China is. The Middle East supplies 33% of the world's sulfur and 50% of seaborne sulfur trade, now heavily disrupted by Hormuz closure. Sulfuric acid. Thank you so much, Oli Stacker, for the hand slap. I see some hands on my screen slapping. Thank you so much for that. Sulfuric acid is critical for fertilizer, copper leaching, nickel processing, uranium mining, and many other industries. Shortages will slow mining output and drive up food and input costs. However, there's one major thing missing from the article when I read it, ladies and gentlemen. Silver is a primary byproduct of copper mining. Remember, only about 18% of copper or of silver mined every year is from an actual real silver mine. The rest of silver mined is a byproduct. It comes from copper mines, gold mines, and other various mines. If acid shortages reduce copper production, especially leaching operations, silver's supply gets squeezed even harder, on top of what we're already seeing of a 6-year plus deficit. This is a second and third order effect that makes the bullish case for physical silver even stronger. Crustacean Nation, when critical chemicals start disrupting the upstream supply chain for copper, silver feels the pain too. Now, I want you to see something here. Shortages will also affect food and input costs. Guys, we are in a situation where we may have major food disruptions. Do I think we're going to have a famine in the United States? No. But do I think some parts of the world could experience a famine? Yes. Do I think that could drive up the cost for food inputs? Yes. Now remember, in the Strait of Hormuz, a lot of fertilizers normally would pass through there, and now we've had a fertilizer shortage. So even in the Western world, in the United States and Canada, we are seeing farmers having to pay way more money for the inputs to create the food. So at the very least, that is going to increase the price of food for us. I mean, temporarily, but what's temporary? 6 months, a year? I don't know, till next growing season. So it's at least going to increase the cost, but it could increase scarcity too. I'm prepared. I hope you're all prepared. I have a partnership with My Patriot Supply. Go to preparewithis.com. It's only available in the United States. I'm sorry. Preparewithis.com. There's a big sale going on right now. It's the food I use to prepare. And it's good for 25 years. Put it in a closet and forget about it. Link is in the description below, or go to preparewithis.com. Let's go back here to the charts. And we got some comments here. If you guys got questions, put them in chat right now and I'll cover them. And Will's Been Stacking says, they helped me in chat. I have been on desktop to donate memberships. I'm on my phone. Ah, there you go. There you go, Willis. Thank you. Thank you for even thinking about donating. Thank you. We'll see if John gets some soup here. Christian Love says, International Stacker, when the acid shortage starts, copper mining will slow. How much will this affect silver production? 10% or more. How many mines are copper? Or a lot. It's going to do it a lot. So, like, watch. What? This isn't completely accurate, but it'll give us an idea. What is the percentage of silver that comes from copper mines? Let's see. Approximately 20 to 27% of the world's silver supply is produced as a byproduct from copper mining. Okay. So, if 20 to 27% comes from copper mines, and then we just saw China controls about, 35% of the world's sulfuric acid. That means the world is now going to have to make deal with about 70% of the sulfuric acid they had. So it's definitely going to affect copper mines. It's going to affect copper mines more so out of the United States, I believe, than inside, because the United States produces a lot of sulfuric acid. But like even if copper mine production goes down by like just 10%, that's going to have a knock-on and precipitative effect on the overall silver deficit. And again, it's getting worse every year. We hit peak mining in 2016. It reduces. Our peak mining output goes down 1 to 3% every year since 2016. So it is a good news story for the scarcity topic here for gold and silver. And Pakistan Zinda in chat saying, target 1, $74.50, 100-day EMA on the daily chart achieved. Next level 65. No, Pakistan, we're not going down to 65. But if we did, I'm backing up the truck, and I'm not worried because the fundamentals haven't changed. So if they did go down to 61, which Pakistan Zinda thinks it might, she is a technical analyst, I would be dancing in the street and stacking like no other. Hopefully, if it's going to do that, it coincides with my next paycheck when I'm about to buy some more silver here. West Texas Stacker saying, I heard International Stacker's full of fertilizer. Come on. Rick Harrison says 20 ounces incoming. My opinion, we will see triple-digit mid to late summer. Not a financial advisor, just an expression of my opinion. So Rick Harrison thinks we'll see triple digits again by late summer. Do you guys agree? Put that in chat right now if you guys agree. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, Oxby, for the reminder. We have just departed the danger zone. Remember, every morning from 8:15 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is the danger zone. That's traditionally when the big bankers attack us, and we are climbing a stairway to heaven out of the danger zone.
Fly me to
stars.
Yes. And Brian says, I'm with you, IS. My Ram 2500 is ready to load up. Let's go. Have you guys ever put so much silver in your trunk that you saw like your car go down? I did that. I did a major road trip across America. You guys got to watch this video. I've got so much great content that you guys don't even know about. It's funny. A lot of the live streamers don't watch my long form content and vice versa. But look at this. How I smuggled $180,000 of silver across the country. That is a banger of a video. I literally drove across the country with $180,000 of silver in the trunk. And boy did that thing like go down. And ladies and gentlemen, we are imminently about to take out $77 an ounce. We're at $76.95 on a green candle, turning it into a BGC, a big green candle. Silver futures is $77.13. We're not in backwardation, but we are close. We're in contango, normal market operations, but we might be there soon. Gold's pushing even higher on a BGC, 4,739, ladies and gentlemen. And it's 27 inches and needs a good break-in, says Brian. There you go. Okay. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Gold to silver ratio is at 61666. No, 666. No. The devil's tea bag. Okay, let's go here. Shanghai is opening up, guys, in just 27 minutes and 20 seconds, so don't go anywhere. We're going to keep watching this, but if we continue the way we're going, we're definitely going to gap up. But we got a little bit of time here, 27 minutes. Smash the like button if you're having fun. We're only 7 likes away from 350, and the next 7 people to smash like are going to get good luck for 72 years.
It's science.
It's actual science. Whew. Okay. Let's go see what you guys are saying on X, formerly known as Twitter. And the COMEX and LBME is dumping IOUs to keep prices in check, says P. Salus. And look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Iggy Snob in chat's been Diamond Claws member for over 3 months, saying, can we buy John some soup through a super chat? Someone tried to do that the other day, Iggy. Variable Stacker tried to do that for him, but he says he would rather win it. He would rather win it. He says the soup will be sweeter and or saltier when he wins it. So he wants to win it in chat. But thank you so much for thinking about him, Iggy Snob. He wants to win it in chat. John wants his soup and he wants it now.
It's my silver and I want it now. My silver and I want it now. My silver and I want it now.
Call 1-800 call JAG Crabworth 877 Crab now. There we go. Next exit here saying what's in the war room. Let's see.
What happens in the war room stays in the war room, and clothing is optional.
No! Clothing is not optional. Next exit. And oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, it's happening. Alpha Crab just gifted 5 international stacker memberships, and those went to Earthsided, it went to John, it went to Cola Man, and it went to Sean. Congratulations. Say thank you to Alpha Crab. Check out your new custom channel member emojis, and all channel members get access to channel member only live streams here on YouTube called The War Room. What happens in the war room stays in the war room. Clothing is not optional. And ladies and gentlemen, no soup for John.
Sir, I want some more.
No soup for John.
Here's the soup.
We try. No soup for John.
Good soup.
No soup for John.
No soup for you.
No soup for John. It's all
Poor John. Okay. Thank you for that super chat, or the gifting those memberships, by the way. Guys, I really appreciate it. This is my full-time job. It's viewers like you that help me do what I do, so thank you so much. Brian here is saying, this drink was made for you. Raptor Run. Look at this, guys. It's a Raptor. This is what I need to drink when I Raptor Run. Now, if you guys don't know about Raptor Runs, channel members, drop the Raptor Run emoji in chat right now. Sometimes I go for hours. Sometimes I got to use the restroom. Sometimes I got to refill my coffee. And what I do is I Raptor Run across the house. I literally stand up. I lean forward. I shift my center of gravity into the balls of my feet. I have my little raptor claws. I bring my hands up and I recluse them in towards my body, and they're in the shape of a T-Rex arms. I literally lean forward and I gallivant. I gallop through the house like a raptor. That's how I'm able to do things quick. So thank you so much, Brian, for bringing that to my attention. Maybe I need to reach out to them and get sponsored for my raptor runs. And look at this. This is from Master Blaster here. Let's see what it's saying.
No soup for you, Jonathan.
No soup for Jonathan. Thank you, Master Blaster. Sorry, no soup for John. And come on, let's climb all over the COMEX, says Shotgun Susie. Wait, Shotgun Susie wants to climb over the COMEX? How about we climb over the COMEX, ladies and gentlemen, and take their silver? Yes. And guys, this is a wild stream this morning. Thank you so much for the support. Please smash the like button. SGT Stacking's messaging me. Let's see what he's saying. SGT is saying we need to get some soup for John. I literally just got a text message saying John needs soup. Okay. We'll see. We'll see if he gets it. And here's next exit. Baby Gator Dance. What is this? You guys, some people make fun about the baby gator, but I mean, the proof's in the pudding there.
It's science.
And someone's asking, yeah, John is not me. John is John. Somebody's asking why silver is going up. I don't know. Let's look at the charts and see if we can figure it out. So the DXY is up slightly, 0.08%. So let's look at the DXY. So you could look here, the DXY took a dump there. So there might have been a tweet or a headline or some sort of news that came out that caused the DXY to go down. And remember, when the DXY goes down, it puts positive, bullish, green pressure on gold and silver. Vice versa, when it goes up, it puts negative, bearish, red pressure on gold and silver. Doesn't mean they always move inversely, but a lot of times they do. So the dollar got a little bit stronger. Look at this. Oil is all down across the board except for CL1. So there might be something happening with peace talks or something that I've missed. I haven't seen that's causing oil to go down, causing the dollar to go down. So we'll see here. Let's look at the Dow futures. If the stock market's down, okay, so the futures are down 213. So I'm not sure the actual catalyst that's causing this. I'll have to look after the stream, but my guess would be it's some sort of news, because right now it seems like fundamentals are not driving the market. Right now it seems like tweets, posts, and headlines are driving the market. And let's see here. And Pakistan Zinda's put in all of her predictions in chat. She thinks by June, July, we're going to see all-time high of $143. If you guys agree with Zinda, put Zinda in chat. And AG Farmer says sometimes Raptor Run becomes BBC, Big Brown Candle. Oh, gross, AG Farmer. Silver Atari saying, I wonder, did John ever enable the option to receive a membership in his settings so we can help him get his soup? He did. We went through that yesterday. He did. Pakistan says the DXY is going to go to 106. We'll see. Now, remember, what Pakistan Zinda's talking about is pure technical analysis, which works if it works. But lately, we've seen the fundamentals, the technical analysis not really moving the markets. We've seen more reactionary, short-term freaking out, short-term response. So we're going to see what happens. I think it's a mix of everything together that helps us read the tea leaves. And Ralph Ramsey says, Tehran diplomats cite breakthrough toward... Oh, so there you go. There's the good news. The diplomats in Tehran are citing a breakthrough of restoring talks, reportedly. SMC in chat saying, is it true that I'm hearing that the War Room is now the biggest online nudist colony? No! You must be fully clothed in the War Room! Yeah! Okay. Let's go back here. So that was the Baby Gator Dance. Blue Shadow, thank you for tweeting out the stream. Thank you, Andy, for retweeting the tweet. I'm just catching up. Variable, thank you for tweeting out the stream. Love you, Sir Stackington. Thank you, Vice. Thank you, Brian, for tweeting out. Look at this, guys. Mick About just picked up 76 ounces of silver at Hero Bullion. Epic. Meek about is still stacking. How about you? I did point out the other day there's the 5 ounces at spot price for Hero Bullion. It's premium stuff. And anyone can get it as long as you haven't gotten it before. Epic Meek about still stacking. Awesome Meek about. I'm glad you got that. I wonder if he got those America 250 bars. Look at Gary Croft here. He picked this up. He said, I know how much you like poured silver, so I'm sharing this 11 ounce I bought from our friend Backyard Bullion some years ago. So he bought this puzzle set. I remember when Backyard Bullion had these. They're each like 1.3, 1.4 ounces. Man, how much is this thing worth today? Goodbye, Gary Croft. Wow. Not goodbye as in see you later. Goodbye, B-U-Y. And Eric says, bad news for Europe. You can't drive a car on cash. Laugh out loud. Oh, man. Okay, here's a question for you. Are you seeing oil shortages where you're at? And this is mostly for international crowd. I don't think I've heard any reports of oil shortages in the United States. But if you're seeing an oil shortage, put the country and put shortage. Let's see. Christian Love here saying, hey, IS, the war room rules are only for people with Vietnamese dong. Come on, Christian Love. And guys, there's a lot of dong chat talk on this channel. It's not what you think. It's because I always say this. Hold up. Let me move this Prosecco somebody sent me for Viola and Mr. Beach's blind date. All throughout history, ladies and gentlemen, the bankers have told you to trust this stuff. Paper, fiat, currency. And every single time, 100% of the time, any paper currency that's not backed by physical gold and silver has always, eventually, gone to zero. Even this, look at Lebanon lira. And as I whip out and plop down this big old fat stack of Vietnam dong, I want to remind you, it got so bad in Zimbabwe that they went to $1 million notes, and then they went to $1 billion notes, and then they literally went to $1 trillion notes. This has happened all over the world multiple times, and to think it can't happen where you're at, to think it can't affect you is foolish, because it can. And this one coin from 1912, this is Venezuela money. This is 90% silver. The people that held on to this stuff in Venezuela maintained their buying power and even gained some buying power. The people that trusted the government and did this stuff, paper, fiat currency, let me get my dong out of here, sorry. They literally went to zero. They went to zero while the people holding the real money did it. And if that doesn't show you the value of gold and silver and why physical gold and silver is so important, I don't know what does. Poor John. No soup for John today so far. We did that. I'm trying to remember. I did update the Diamond Claws. I'll have to update it again. Thank you to the new Diamond Claw members. We did that scene. Guys, we're starting to see some red here. I'm going to go in and take care of this. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're pushing here. And ladies and gentlemen, we are just 15 minutes away. Don't go anywhere from the Shanghai Futures Exchange opening. So we're currently at 76.88. And we closed at 86. So we're less than $10. So as of right now, I would expect a gap up somewhere around here. Somewhere around here, I'd expect a gap up. But let's see what's going to happen. Things can change as we get closer. And as a matter of fact, I want to protect it. So we're going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Some say it works 90% of the time, every time.
Okay, I'm going to try to do the baby gator noise. Here we go. How do you do the baby gator noise? Yeah. I don't know. Whoa, whoa. What was that? It was a giant lizard just jumped. That thing was massive. I thought I actually summoned an alligator for a second there.
Some scientists say that 90% of the time, every time, it could turn a red candle green or a green candle into a BGC. Ladies and gentlemen, that candle just turned green.
It's science.
How does it always work? Mr. JMS says, the things happening in the war room with people's corks is, oh my gosh, Mr. J, come on. Mongo saying, if we have a bunch of e-waste, is there a crustacean who can, yes, there is a crustacean. His name is Steely the Stacker. If you email me, I can connect you with him. And he has donated silver in the past. This is 4/9 fine silver. He refines it. It actually grows like a tree in a dendritic pattern. And he gave this to me. And this doesn't do it justice. I'm looking with my naked eye. It's like glistening. It's like sparkling, but the camera doesn't get that. But he's given some of this away to give away in the Mega God before. So if you email me, I'll connect you with him, and maybe you guys can work something out. So that'd be cool. I'm sure he would love that. And guys, I got so many videos. I'm so behind on long form videos. Ugh. Did we fill the gap at 75? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, for all those who joined late, we did fill the gap last night. Okay, let's go back here and see if we can find some more breaking news. Futuremoto says, how dare you?
How dare you?
Okay. And David here says, Z, silver to explode. It's a buying opportunity. It's going to crash again. Wash, rinse, repeat. Dear Lord. Intestinal fortitude. Okay, and Mohit sent me something. Silver asymmetry. What is this? I'm not sure what this is. Might be an ad. Okay, let's go here. Let's refresh. Oh, I missed my question earlier. Let me go up. If I was looking for any shortages. Let's see if there's any shortages. Did anybody see any gas shortages? Not affecting the Bahamas. I heard there's major shortages in Australia. Can anyone confirm there's major fuel shortages in Australia? Or is that just fake news? Here we go. Somebody asked what was moving, and remember I said it's probably a headline. Well, here it is. Somebody asked what's doing this. Breaking, Iran's parliament has drafted a law formalizing new rules for the Strait of Hormuz. Tolls must be paid in Iran rials before any vessels are granted a passage. All contracts must reference the name Persian Gulf. Ships from the nations that participated in the war must pay additional compensation on top of the tolls. Permanently banned from passage Israeli-linked vessels, countries that sanction Iran, and the U.S. military ships. And you want to convince me this war was not a mistake? What a beep show. Man. Economic mayhem is coming. This is Josh Philip Fair. This is the CEO of Scottsdale Mint. Pretty smart guy. He said it could take 6 months to fully clear the Strait of Hormuz of mines deployed by the Iranian military, and any such operation is unlikely to be carried out until the U.S. war with Iran ends. An assessment that means the conflict's economic impact could extend late into this year and beyond, says the Washington Post. Let's put that out. I have been hearing that. But my guess is, like, here's the thing. And here's why you got to think deeper about these things. So on paper, oh man, the Strait's mined. It could be shut down for 6 months. But like, ships are still moving through it now. There's pathways. Okay, maybe those pathways are too close to Iran. Okay, so what they would do is they would move through. They would clear a single corridor that ships could go to and from. And then they would expand out. So like, if it takes 6 months to completely remove, I get it. But it wouldn't take 6 months to do a corridor. So keep that in your mind, right? Keep that in your mind. Try to see the whole picture from a 30,000 foot view. So here's what Ben is saying. In the next few months, all paper assets markets will fail. Stock markets will start a long-term secular bear trend, and stocks will collapse. Bond markets will come down dramatically. No borrower, whether a sovereign or a corporation, will be able to afford to repay their debts. Bond markets will crash, and interest rates will skyrocket dramatically, just as they did in the late 70s. Real estate values will fall off a cliff. Gold and silver will shoot the moon. Good luck. I mean, this could be 100% true. It could be partially true. I do agree with parts of it. We'll see what happens. So far, yes, says Peter Spina, trying to make new high for the day. Right now, it's being bought up into resistance with U.S. trading kicking off. Oh, guys, and how close are we? We're only 9 minutes from Shanghai Futures Exchange opening here. 9 minutes. You guys got to help keep me on track here. I might get distracted. I can't miss the Shanghai opening. It's in 9 minutes. There are only 2 corridors through the strait that will handle oil tankers, says Christian Love. Well, there you go. Yeah, because the Strait of Hormuz is shallow, right? That's why U.S. subs can't really go in there. A temporary pause to the gold bull. This looks like less of a rejection of precious metals bull case and more of like a temporary pause caused by geopolitics, inflation fears, and headline-driven risk reduction. Once the uncertainty begins to clear, the longer-term case for gold and silver could quickly come back into focus. And I believe this guy was a previous big-time JP Morgan guy. I could be wrong. Let me know if I'm wrong in chat, but I think Robert Gottlieb, I think he was a big-time JP Morgan gentleman. So he's saying precious metals and broader risk assets are under pressure today as markets wrestle with growing uncertainty around Iran and the possibility of military action. Today's sell-off, which was yesterday and last night, is clearly being driven by fears of imminent U.S. strikes and the lack of any visible diplomatic resolution. Until markets see a clear path forward, investors are being forced to price in the risk of higher for longer crude oil prices and higher for longer U.S. interest rates. That combination creates a difficult backdrop for a risk asset. If energy prices remain elevated, inflation concerns stay alive. If inflation stays sticky, rates may remain restrictive for longer. And when you layer in geopolitical uncertainty on top, many investors become reluctant to maintain aggressive long-term exposure. So I'm going to read this more later, but that seems interesting. What is this? Oh, look at this. Debasement of major currencies measured in gold. Wow. Everyone's red. USD, Euro, Great Britain, Australia, Canadian, China, Japan, India. Oh, what's CHF? I almost got them all. What is CHF? This is Chinese yuan. Canadian dollar. What's CHF? I'm going to feel like such a dum-dum. Okay, Dow futures is till $2,211. CHF currency. Swiss franc? How is CHF Swiss franc? Ah! How did... I love that. Okay, I'm going to read that later. That might be a possible tweet later. Gold remains on a strong uptrend, says Gold Predictions, holding above the rising trend line after a pullback from recent highs. Price is stabilizing within a broader structure, support near 4,400 zone. Let's see what gold's at currently. 47.37. As long as this area holds, the trend favors continuation higher. Let's put that out. I always like to put out charts from gold. Oh, you guys, you know what? They haven't posted in a while. Gold HQ was doing those this day in history posts. I loved those. Let's see Gold HQ. See if he's done any. He hasn't done any for a while. I might have to take it over and start doing it, guys. I didn't want to because I didn't want to, like, it was his thing. But he stopped doing this. Should I pick up this and keep it going on this day in Sound Money history? Every day, whatever I could find, a list of the things that happened that day in monetary history. Should I do that? Let me know. It's going to be some work, though. And ladies and gentlemen, I hate to say it, but this looks like a familiar formation on this channel. What does that look like to you? Now, the baby gator may be kicking in, but what does that look like to you guys? That's right. A classic shark fin. And welcome everyone to the stream. The name's International Stacker, coming to you live from Key West, Florida, closer to Cuba than Walmart. I'm sipping on Mrs. International Stacker coffee. And we're at 430 likes, only 20 more likes to 450. Now I want to show you guys a bag, a pack, a satchel. Here it is. This is silver sent in to me from you guys. Crustaceans are getting scammed every week, every month, every year without fail. And there's so much good fakes coming out of China right now. It's absolutely disgusting. Guys, you really need to prepare yourselves. You really need to be careful. If you buy one fake silver or gold coin, it could literally mess up your dollar cost average. Buy from trusted sources. and always verify. All this stuff is absolutely fake, and I'm so sad when you guys get scammed. Now, if you think you might have fake gold coins or silver coins, email me at internationalstacker@gmail.com. I will help you. I'll help you figure it out. Worst case, you could send it to me and we can test it here live on air. But ladies and gentlemen, you need to protect yourself. Are getting so bad. Can you tell me which one of these Morgan silver dollars is fake? Which of these Mercury dimes is real and fake? Is this slabbed American silver eagle real? Look at this 90% Milwaukee Liberty. Ladies and gentlemen, all of those coins except this one, plated in gold, were fake. Either you can spend $3,500 plus on a Sigma Metalytics Verifier Pro, or you can invest in something that one of the crustacean nation created. It is the Pocket Pinger by Sound Money. Passed. That was the real one. Failed. That Walking Liberty. Failed. Ladies and gentlemen, it's only $38. Link is in the description below. You get the Pocket Pinger. You get the stick. You get access to the free phone application. It's literal science. $38 can protect you from a fake silver coin, a fake gold coin, even fake silver bars, and 90%. And it helps support the channel too. So thank you so much. Click the link below. I believe it's mandatory for all stackers, and it's only $38. Protect your stack now.
It's science.
And I feel strongly about that. What else I feel strongly about is giving away gold and silver. So if you've been scammed, if you've gotten fake gold and silver, I've got good news for you. I'm doing my upcoming mega giveaway. And this thing is going to continue to grow until we do the giveaway. We're over 45 ounces of silver, over 50 ounces, I believe, of copper. We've got gold in there. Look at that germanium mint gold bar. All of this is getting given away to you. And look at this. Someone was asking earlier about 4/9 fine silver. This is from a refiner, Stilly the Stacker. And I'm giving this all away to you. All you got to do is subscribe. Turn on those notifications because you don't want to miss it. 18% of people subscribed have their notifications on. I'd encourage you to turn them on because I do all kinds of fun stuff all the time and you don't want to be left out. Make sure when you turn it on, you hit all notifications, as it looks like the residuals of the baby gator are in the atmosphere as we're starting to build here for our next leg up. And ladies and gentlemen, we're close to a 2-minute warning. We're close to a 2-minute warning for the Shanghai Futures Exchange. So let's analyze this here. We're at 76.72 on green candles. I think it's going to be a gap up. Are you guys team green or team red? Let me know what you think. And I'm going to officially issue the 2-minute warning. And guys, look at that. O House in chat says YouTube unsubscribed me. That happens. YouTube will unsubscribe you from creators to see if you resubscribe. It's part of their quality check. They want to make sure you really want to be subscribed. So everyone who thinks they're subscribed, please check right now and report back. Many of you have probably been unsubscribed. So make sure you're still subscribed. It is a dumb thing YouTube does. I hate it. I hate it. And ladies and gentlemen, we are just 1 minute and 20 seconds away. Are you team green or team red? Are we going up or down? Oh yeah, we're going up, guys. We are gapping up. I would feel a little bit more comfortable if we were past this level before the market opened, but I'm thinking we're gapping up. Do you guys think we're gapping up? We're going to find out here in 1 minute. 1 minute warning. I'm going to upgrade it to a danger zone warning. And thank you, SGT. SGT put Steely the Stacker's link in chat. But if you want to get connected with them, if you got e-waste or you want to buy some of his stuff, email me and I'll connect you. internationalstacker@gmail.com. Christian Love says, your latest short video almost shows your reflection in the glass. I know, Christian. I got to be careful with the reflections, but thank you for that flag. Don't go watch it, guys. You might see my crustacean face. Rick Harrison says, this day in history, purchasing power, $1 in 1960, had the buying power of approximately $11.16 today. Wowza. Wow, thank you for that, Rick. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 15 seconds. And 10 seconds. Did anyone else get unsubscribed? Let me know. And we're going to count it down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the market is, look at that gap up. We called it. And it is bigger than I thought. Look at that. Wow. Oh my gosh. Jeff Stout, thank you so much. Jeff Stout just gifted 5 International Stacker memberships. And those went to Crypto Daily News, a 6D6. It went to DB Walker, not DB Cooper. It went to DB Walker. It went to here, and it went to Lenny Thompson, congratulations. Make sure you say thank you to Jeff Stout for your International Stacker memberships. Check out your new custom channel member emojis. I'll see y'all in the next member-only live stream in the War Room. What happens in the War Room stays in the War Room. Clothing is not optional. And ladies and gentlemen, I hate to say it. John, no soup for John!
Sir, I want some more.
No soup for John.
Here's the soup.
We tried. No soup for John.
Good soup.
No soup for John.
No soup for you.
No soup for John. It's all
No soup for John. And guys, Oxby put NSFJ in chat. We now have an acronym for it. No soup for John. And Roadkill in chat says DB Cooper's still alive and he's probably watching this stream right now. DB Cooper, are you watching this stream right now? For those of you who don't know about DB Cooper, he robbed a plane of like millions or hundreds of thousands of cash. I don't know. It was a lot. And then he jumped out of the plane with a parachute into the middle of the forest. He's so famous for that daring bank robbery. And ladies and gentlemen, Steve Looking for Silver gifted 5 International Stacker memberships. Thank you so much. That went to Jimbo. That went to John Shank. Oh, not the right John. I thought John had soup for a second. It went to Spitz. It went to Wes. And it went to another John. Guys, now the algorithm is just messing with John. It literally gave it to 2 Johns, but not the right John. But congratulations. Make sure you say thank you to Steve Looking for Silver. Check out your new custom channel member emojis. I'll see you in the War Room. And John, I hate to say it, no soup for John.
Sir, I want some more.
no soup for John.
Here's the soup.
We tried. No soup for John.
Good soup.
No soup for John.
No soup for you.
No soup for John. It's all
And I did mention I am making t-shirts, no soup for John. But John, email me, internationalstacker@gmail.com. I'm going to send you a shirt for free in the mail. No soup for John. I want you to wear it with pride. And then the one day you get soup, I want you to take a Sharpie out, and I want you to put an X through that no. So it just says soup for John. So email me, internationalstacker@gmail.com. John, I'll get you that t-shirt, and I want you to wear it with pride every morning and every evening. I'm just kidding. Wear it at your leisure. And right now, the Shanghai Futures Exchange is open after gapping up about 30, 40 cents, something like that. Currently trading at 86.97 on a red candle. And it looks like we're coiling here with silver, about to take another leg higher here. Look at that. Gold as well. Silver's coiling like a boa constrictor, though. Look at that. And Dominatrix Vaughn has to go to work. Take care. Drive safe. Steven in chat says, where's my soup? Little Story Farm wants soup as well, guys. We got a soup line in chat. Who needs soup? If you need soup, put give me soup in chat. Let me see who needs soup. Wow. Okay, we're building up here. That's looking good. Okay, see what you guys are saying here. Now, the next shoe to drop, guys, is the U.S. stock market opening. Let's check Dow futures. Wow, and we got Delhi praying for soup for John. And guys, we're down 57 points. The Dow Jones is down futures 257 points. So we're going to see what happens here. DXY is at 0.11% green. Called out sick today. I should eat some soup, says Egbert Boot Whistle. Yes, Egbert needs soup. Look at all the people that need soup, guys. We're going to need to start a soup kitchen for crustaceans. That's what we're going to need to do here. A crustacean soup kitchen. And we're only 25 likes away from 500, so keep smashing that like button. And sorry, turned your stream into a soup kitchen. That's fine, Alpha Crab. We need to help crustaceans all over the globe. If you're so confused by this channel and all the clips and the Crustacean Nation, the channel lore, I'm working on the new website. And the new website's specifically going to have a section that has the different pieces of channel lore. And it's going to have the videos linked that tell you where that meme, where that channel lore came from. So that's going to be awesome. Master of Hi-Fi gifted an International Stacker membership, and that went to Zachary Simon. Congratulations, Zachary. Say thank you to Master of High Frequency. Check out your new custom channel member emojis. I'll see you in the War Room, and no soup for John.
Sir, I want some more.
No soup for John.
Here's the soup.
We tried. No soup for John.
Good soup.
No soup for John.
No soup for you.
No soup for
Someone says Mrs. Aya's soup coming soon. No, I'm not. No, I refuse. We're not selling soup on the channel. That'd be so funny though. And dropping the mic says what? Okay, so if we have a soup kitchen and a soup line for crustaceans, dropping the mic is asking, does that make it a crab boil? Does that make it? I don't know. Maybe. That's awesome. I look forward to reading up on the lore, says Vernon. Christian here says Jonathan needs to stop stepping on cracks and kicking puppies. Bad luck, Dubby. This is Christian. Future Motive says CYOTNO, garden calling me, no soup for John. Have fun in the garden, Super Motive. Now, if you looked at this Super Motive, if you looked at the thumbnail here, it was a farmer finding silver in the dirt. So as you're gardening out there, look for anything shiny. You may find a coin today. As a matter of fact, you have a 45% chance of finding a coin in the garden.
It's science.
So please report back on tonight's live stream. We will be live this evening, ladies and gentlemen. What is today? Thursday. Oh, I'm going to meet one of you in Key West today. There's a crustacean in Key West. So I'm probably going to do a later stream this evening. I'll probably do like 8:15 or 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll go until the Shanghai Futures Exchange opens. So I will do a later stream tonight, and I'm going to meet a crustacean here in Key West. How does that sound? And Vernon's saying, do not partner with Campbell's. Yeah, there you go. Daniels is saying, would a soup-filled coin fill the pocket pinger? Yes, it would definitely fill the pocket pinger. Egbert says, good news, only 2 night classes left before graduations. Congratulations, Egbert. That must feel good. Jonathan saying, no soup for Jonathan. Oh, man. I'm a crustacean from Maine, says Little Story Farm. Awesome, Little Story. The Crustacean Nation was born via a live stream in Annapolis, Maryland. I was live streaming. Let's see if you can just sit in here. Guys, do you want me to keep going to the stock market opens? That's in 22 and a half minutes. If you want me to keep going, I will. Put keep going in chat. And we got to get to at least 500 likes. It's only 13 likes away, so keep smashing the like button, please. And Daniel says, gold doesn't outperform because it's strong. It outperforms because everything else is being repriced against weakening monetary base. So, in real terms, it's more about protection than performance. I agree with that, Daniel. Well said. David here says, yeah, I get it, International Stacker. Was an observation. Oh, what was this about? Oh, he says, yeah, I get it, International. It was an observation of what I hear from most influencers. That's all. I ain't selling an ounce. I've been buying and buying. Maybe I just bought, and maybe I'm just old and tired. Laugh out loud. You're my go-to for the drive to work. Thanks, man. Well, thank you, David. Diamond Claws, baby. Just shouted you out live. Drive safe. And guys, it can be disheartening. It can be disheartening seeing the news, knowing that the fundamentals haven't changed, knowing all these different things, and then we continually get attacks and smackdowns, just waiting for our time in the sun. I get it. It can be disheartening. But remember, the road's going to be long, dark, and full of terrors. It's going to be scary. There's going to be times where you think it's going to zero in the mainstream media and everyone's yelling, get out now. But crustaceans, we know the fundamentals have not changed. We know the setup. We have the intestinal fortitude. And those with the intestinal fortitude to see the way through are going to be dancing and celebrating with me in the streets. Not a financial advisor, just some dude on the internet with crabs, but I truly believe that. I believe we're in the once-in-a-lifetime generational opportunity here with this silver setup. I believed it for years, and nothing's going to dissuade me. I am unshaken. Who's with me? What's this? What is this?
How dare you?
What is...
How dare you?
Saying, how dare you? So it's a crustacean talking to Viola with silver, and that looks like it's no soup for John. Thank you, the Newcomb. That was funny. Look at this from Vernon Gibson. Check out International Stacker stream. International Stackers, okay, that's a summary. Raptor Run. Look at this. Raptor Run. Coffee, fast, no excuses. Mrs. International Stacker Coffee. Caffeine is my fuel. Raptor Speed, crab style. Deliver happiness 1 cup at a time. Crustacean. Nice. I love that design. Thank you. Okay, let's go back to here. Let's go back to here. Let's refresh that. Let's go back to here. Okay, we got a bunch of questions in chat. Smackdowns are just still prices for us. I agree, Shiny Stacker. Back up the truck. Mongo here saying, I found a quarter in my church's parking lot yesterday. Only 290 more parking lots for my next ounce. Yes! That's awesome. Mongo. Egbert Bootwhistle says, I am a Cape Cod crustacean. When I was in the Navy, though, I crossed the equator and they told me I am a turtle. Wow. Master of High Frequency says, what is the story of the piece of 8 from yesterday? The piece of 8 from yesterday that's being given away to you. I believe the gentleman's name is Robert. If you're in chat, let me know. I believe his name is Robert. Let me get this dirty paper fiat currency out of here. And he sent me this piece of 8 to give away to you. He actually sent me 2 pieces of 8. The one piece of 8 he sent me so I could throw it down in the sand and blow Rat Stacker's mind one day. or a visiting friend. But he sent me this. It's 1796 piece of 8. And the story is his father was in a tractor in some field somewhere and he hit a clay pot underground and broke it. And these were in there. And he had a bunch of them. So all throughout, for years, he's kept them. And he's just given them away as gifts to people. And Robert sent this one in. So I added it to the Make It God. This is worth like $150, guys. And so it's in here to give away to you. And last night, he got gifted a free membership. He got soup. I think Robert got soup. So he said he's going to send more pieces of 8 for the mega giveaway. How mega is that? It's pretty mega. Wow, look at that. I Poop 7 Colors found 20 euro on the ground. That's awesome. Rick Harrison says, countdown, T31, so I'm done with working. Nice. So you guys want me to keep going for the stock market open, I assume? Guys, that's my dream, finding like a hidden treasure. Oh my gosh. If you found a hidden treasure, would you report it to the authorities? Would you tell the news and be all over the news? Or would you keep it hush hush? I wouldn't tell a soul. Guys, I won't be able to tell you if I found treasure because the government might hunt me down and confiscate it. But there will be signs. Okay? Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. If I find treasure, there will be signs. If I have a 1 kilo battle crab, there will be signs. SGT Stacking is making a battle crab hammer, a crab battle hammer for me. And look at this. Look what he just made a draft of. John got soup. John got. Should we make these silver bars? John got soup. That's funny. There will be signs. Let's go back here. Oh, wow. Look at this. I have ordered the Okay, this is breaking from... Wait, let's confirm. Let's confirm. Let's confirm. Let's not fall for it. Let's confirm. Okay, it's true. Okay. I have ordered the United States Navy to shoot and kill any boats, small boats, though they may be. Their naval ships are all, 159 of them, at the bottom of the sea. That is putting mines in the waters of the Strait of Hormuz. There is to be no hesitation. Additionally, our minesweepers are clearing the strait right now. I am hereby ordering that activity to continue, but at a triple level. Thank you for your attention to this matter. So President Trump just ordered the United States Navy to blow up any fast attack boats. And I put out a tweet on this last night. Let me show you what's happening. This is breaking news. Okay, I put this out last night. Iranian boat swarm spotted. So these are all small attack boats, and these are the boats that were used to seize 2 cargo ships yesterday Iran seized. And these are small attack boats, but they've got like machine guns. Some of them have rockets. And look at this is like 30 of them. So there was a swarm, and there was thought that they might be laying additional mines in the Strait of Hormuz. So the president just said, the U.S. Navy, if they see any of these little guys, they're to shoot to kill if they're partaking in mine laying activity. Wow. The Ape of Gold Street saying, considering silver got hit with the brutal 40% one-day dump from the highs, and with Iran situation adding pressure all year, it's pretty crazy that silver's still up 6% year to date. Yeah. Guys, silver got smashed. The biggest attack ever. A bunch of negative naysayers. The interest in silver's never been lower in terms of people talking about it. And we're still up 6% year to date. That's better than bonds. It's better than savings. It's better than probably a lot of assets this year so far. Just put that in your back pocket. Hyperfixation says maybe make them as coins. No soup for John on one side and soup for John on the other side for flipping purposes. Ooh, you can flip to settle scores. Either you get soup or no soup. I've never seen that silver bar, says Jonathan. It's because SGT Stacking just made a draft of it. The Lone Ranger said, I just joined the 1 Million Crab Club. Nice! You guys congratulate Lone Ranger. He just joined the 1 Million Crab Club. I'm not sure if you're talking about claws or you actually made $1 million so far in gold and silver, but whichever one it is, it's a fantastic feat. Argent Appeal says, it's a bad time to be fast trolling for fish in the Strait. Yeah, it is. Trump just tweeted again, someone said. Here we go. Iran is having a very bad time figuring out who their leader is. They just don't know. The infighting is between the hardliners who have been losing badly on the battlefield and the moderates who are not very moderate at all, but gaining respect. It's crazy. We have total control over the Strait of Hormuz. No ship can enter or leave without approval from the United States Navy. It is sealed up tight until such time as Iran is able to make a deal. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Things are escalating, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. What's this? The Panic of 1837 stands as textbook evidence of how central banking creates the very crisis it claims to prevent. The Second Bank of the United States spent the early 1830s pumping credit into the economy, expanding the money supply by over 60% between 1834 and 36, fueling a massive speculative bubble in land, canals, and roads. Nicholas Biddy, the bank's president, orchestrated this credit expansion to demonstrate the institution's supposed indispensability to the American commerce. State banks followed suit, issuing notes backed by increasingly worthless paper rather than specie. Land sales exploded from 2.6 million in 1830 to 24.9 million in 1836. Canal mileage doubled. Railroad construction tripled. Everyone got rich on paper. Then came the inevitable reckoning. Jackson's specie circular in July of 1836 required gold and silver for government land purchases, exposing the paper pyramid's fundamental foundation of sand. The second bank, facing its own liquidity crisis, suddenly contracted credit as violently as it had expanded it. Banks called in loans. Businesses collapsed overnight. Cotton prices fell 50%. Unemployment soared, not to be seen again since the 1890s. Wow. I'm going to put out a tweet about that later. That is interesting. Let me mark this too. Silver's the devil's metal. That was CNBC called Silver the Devil's Metal not long ago. Okay. Going back here. And we're getting a little bit of a downtrend right now in silver. It's okay. Don't panic. I was talking to a coworker, says Master of High Frequency, about getting an underwater metal detector today, and he showed me pictures of 8 World War II M1s from the Battle of Okinawa they found on the ocean floor. That is so cool. That is so cool, Master of HF. No soup equals no t-shirt, says Jonathan. Poor Jonathan. You're gonna get soup one of these days, Jonathan. You're going to get soup. If you believe Jonathan's going to get soup one of these days, put soup in chat. Funky says, why is the rocket red? There you go. I made the airplane for the danger zone red because it pops better because the emojis are so small. Because I have dark mode enabled, but some of you have light mode, and red does the best on both. What was the total number of memberships yesterday? It was... Hold up. Let me look. It was 255 plus 77. 255 plus 77. It was 332 memberships total yesterday. Now, not all of those were gifted, but a good chunk were. Probably 320 were gifted. Thank you so much, guys. You're also mega. Oh, we must be getting close to a new emoji. Let me look. Oh my gosh, what's going on? Guys, Jeff Stout just gifted 5 International Stacker memberships. Thank you so much. Those went to The Wasted Artist, Sean Joyce, Supernatural, Tony, and Almamers. Congratulations. Say thank you to Jeff Stout for those custom International Stacker memberships. Check out those custom International Stacker emojis. And the next time I do a war room, I'll see you in the war room. Ladies and gentlemen, let's say it together. 3, 2, 1. No soup for John.
Sir, I want some more.
No soup for John.
Taste the soup.
Good soup.
No soup for you.
And, okay, I just looked up how many more members we need to unlock the next emoji. It's not going to be easy, guys. It's not going to be easy. Let me double check. We need 160 more members to unlock the next channel member emoji. Woo! It's going to be some work, but we can do it. I need a cough drop. And guys, we are just 7 minutes and 15 seconds away from the market open here. Who's ready? And that acronym is taking shape. NSFG. No soup for John. Stackin' AG47 says, what are the types of soup in a clam chowder? Is it lobster bisque or plain old chicken noodle soup? Whoa! Is it clam chowder, lobster bisque, or chicken noodle soup? I don't know. Chicken noodle soup with the Coke on the side? I don't know. John, what flavor of soup are you looking for? Oh, I know how we figure that out. I guess the flavor of soup would depend on the level. So if it's the first, if it's a crab cadet, maybe that's chicken noodle. Maybe that's just maybe that's chicken noodle soup. And then the next one is the shell brigade. Maybe that's clam chowder. And then the next one is crustacean commander. Maybe that's lobster bisque. And then maybe diamond claws is crab bisque. I don't know. Maybe that's how we do the flavors of soup. It's dependent on the level. I don't know. What do you guys think? Someone's saying gumbo. I do like a good gumbo. Someone's saying it's chowder. It's chowder. Max saying it's chowder. If John gets soup, do we get a big show? Mongo, if John gets soup, we're going to do a crab dance. Like an epic crab dance. It's been a while since I've done an epic crab dance. It looks like this. I'll show you 3 seconds. It looks like this.
Crabs are grooving side to side.
It looks like that. I've got the camera. I go crazy with the crabs and silver. So if he gets his soup, we are going to do a crab dance. He needs she crab soup. Come on, guys, says Silver Chick. Look at this. Gotta stack them. All says this will be a cool silver bar. Look at no soup for John. That's a fun one. I like that. Not just China, Asian countries generally value PMs. India being the largest for silver, says Atoning Phoenix. Dwayne says, I guess there's no shortage then. What was it? Oh, because of that. Yeah, I guess there's no shortage then. Crab bisque, don't be cooking us, bro. Good point, Vernon. What was I thinking? What a monster. I'm a monster. Look at this. A major U.S. air deployment is moving towards the Middle East. This has been going on since the war started. Look at this airlift. All these cargo planes bringing in supplies. Let's go back here. Ladies and gentlemen, we're just 4 minutes and 30 seconds away from the stock market opening here. It looks like it's going to be down 261 points. We'll see. It's not crayfish here. It's crawdads, said Shotgun Susie. No crab bisque. Soup, that's cannibalism, says Brian. Okay, so what we will do, can we eat clams? Are clams friends of, they might be friends of us too. Okay, so the first level is going to be tomato soup. The second level is going to be chicken soup. The third level may be a chili. And maybe the fourth level is a gumbo, but no shellfish. What do you think about that? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, crustaceans of all types, we're only 18 likes away from 550, so keep smashing that like button. West Texas is talking about baby gator barbecue. No, we don't eat the baby gators. 3 meat chili, no beans, says Mac. Okay, guys, this might rip the crustacean nation in half, this question right here. But do you prefer chili with or without beans? It depends where you grew up. But do you prefer chili with or without beans? Or do you like both? This is the same common question about asking if you like pineapple on pizza. That's a very tense discussions happen there. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of with beans. I'm seeing no beans. I'm seeing both. Pineapple on or off pizza? Ladies and gentlemen, we are just 2 minutes and 10 seconds away from the stock market open here. Our next shoe to drop. My goal today is I'm going to get the new emoji finished, and I'm also going to get the No Soup for John t-shirt finished today. So that will be on the merch store probably later this afternoon. And John, make sure you email me, internationalstacker@gmail.com. I'm going to send you a No Soup for John shirt for free. Pineapples need love too, bro, says Lewis. Christian says, I don't eat anything with seeds on the inside of the vegetable seeds. Whoa. I do like pineapple on pizza. I do like both types of chili, but I prefer the chili with beans. Those are my preferences. And believe it or not, Rat Stacker's little baby rats. My daughter, Rat Stacker, who also plays the Goblin. Mega! She helps take my treasure and give it away to you guys. She stacks gold, silver, and rat. She's got 2 little baby, well, not baby, but small little rats, dwarf rats. Their names are Houdini and Popcorn. And anytime we get pizza and there's pineapple on it, they run over to us if we have them out, and we give them each a pineapple, and they enjoy the tasty little treat. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be opening here in 40 seconds. Stock market is going to be opening here in 40 seconds. How will we celebrate when John finally gets a soup? We're going to do a crab dance. I don't know. Maybe maybe I'll add something crazy to the mega guy. I don't know. We'll figure it out. 30 seconds till the stock market opens here. Too hard on your gut health. Only animals digest seeds. Have stomach for 4 chambers, says Christian Love. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. 15 seconds. Here we go. Smash the like button if you're ready. We only need 3 more likes to 550. Here we go. I'm going to count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, the stock market's open. We're seeing an immediate red candle here in silver. Dow Jones is down 210 points. S&P 500 is down 17. NASDAQ is not moving yet. Okay, it's not getting as bad. Dow Jones is now down only 176. NASDAQ's down 104. It's moving now. DXY is up 0.13%. What does that say? Okay. What is this? Okay. I've got news feeds, guys. I got news feeds to see breaking news, so we can be the first to know it. Oil's up across the board here. About 1%, 0.5% to 1%. Okay, Dwayne saying 10-year bonds are used as collateral for many entities and required for many. As they shrink in duration, they cannot be used for the collateral. This reissuing early of the 10-year bonds allows the old 10 years that can't be used in the new 10-year that can. Thank you for that, Dwayne. Look at this. No soup for John. Look at this crab. No soup for John. That's a Jedi crab. Look, that's a Jedi. That's how Jedis do it. He's literally Jedi mind tricking us to say, no soup for John. Okay. The global aluminum market is experiencing one of its largest supply shocks in the modern era. The London Metals Exchange aluminum prices rose to a 4-year high of $3,672 per ton on April, while U.S. physical premiums surged to a record $2,521 per ton. Guys, should we start stacking aluminum? I'm just kidding. Don't start stacking aluminum. I'm joking. But recycle cans. Guys, when I was a kid, I used to walk around my neighborhood with a trash bag, knock on people's doors and say, do you have any cans I could recycle? And they'd give me their cans, and then I'd take them recycle, and I'd use the money. I wish I would say I'd use that currency for silver, but I didn't. I used it for G.I. Joes. Look at this. Gasoline, only 20 cents a gallon if paid for with pre-1964 dimes, quarters, half dollars, and dollar coins. Okay. Let's go back to the charts. Okay, we're back on a green candle here. This almost looks like a double hump. Look at that. A daisy hump. A little two hump. Gold's on a BGC, a big green candle at 4,732.19. Silver's answering back on a green candle, 76.02. Silver, since last night's trading session started at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're down 2.2%. Not as bad as this morning. Gold's down 0.2%, not as bad as this morning. Gold to silver ratio is at 62.17 ounces of silver for every ounce of gold. Shanghai Futures Exchange is currently at $86.31. That is about a $10-ish premium between East and West. Woo! Guys, I'm tired. I'm tired. I got some other work I got to get done. I'm tired. Shall we do a crab raid? Does anyone want to do a crab raid? I'm going to be live this evening at probably 8:15-ish. Let's just call it 8:15 a.m. or 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll watch the Shanghai Futures Exchange open. Okay, Ida's live. Queen City Pickers live. Do you guys want to do Ida or Queen City Picture for the crab raid? Let me know. Look, International Stackers live. Look at this. This is a channel stealing. That's Ron from Ron Basement. This channel is literally stealing Ron from Ron Basement. That's not good. Yeah, those are the only stackers I see. I guess we could do Ida in case you guys won something and you didn't claim it. So we'll do that. Woo! Did you guys have a fun stream today? Was this fun? I had a fun time. I never knew you could have so much fun watching candles turn red and green and red again. We are the Candle Watchers, ladies and gentlemen. That's another shirt design I'm working on, the Candle Watchers. I'm just one guy. It's hard to do all this stuff, you know, but I'm doing it. I'm getting it done. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I'm going to be live this evening at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to meet one of you today at Crest Station somewhere around 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if I'm not on at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it means I've been abducted and possibly one or both of my kidneys have already been removed. So hopefully you guys see me tonight. And all the new channel members, this is an emoji you have custom. It stands for catch you on the next one, CYOTNO. So ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you tonight, CYOTNO. Catch you on the next one. Let's go crab raid Ida right now.